Men over 60 are told the same lie again and again, that losing your erections, your energy, and your desire is just normal aging. They told you it was inevitable. But the truth is, it isn't age that steals your manhood. It's neglect, silence, and the way you were never taught to care for yourself in this stage of life. And when you stopped touching yourself, when you let shame replace practice, your prostate swelled, your testosterone crashed, your sleep broke, and piece by piece you lost the fire that made you feel like a man. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear might change everything. My name is Dr. Mary Blake. I'm a board-certified urologist with over 30 years of experience helping men past 60. I've sat across from thousands of men who were embarrassed, who thought they were broken, and I've watched their lives turn around once they finally learned the truth no one told them. Here's my promise to you. In this video, I'll share the exact 3-part protocol I give my patients. A simple nightly ritual to clear the prostate, the right nutrient support timed at night, and a private practice designed to restore blood flow and hormone balance. Together, these steps have helped men your age wake up with morning strength again, sleep deeply, and feel desire and confidence return in as little as 7 to 14 days. If you ignore this, the fatigue, the swelling, and the emptiness only get worse. But if you stay with me, you'll see there is a clear path back. Don't miss this. It could be the most important thing you hear this year. You were told that after 60, your body simply slows down, that it's normal to lose your morning erections, your energy, and your confidence. They told you it was just aging, but the truth is far more dangerous. You are not just getting older, you are slowly shutting down inside. Your prostate is swelling with every week you ignore it. Your blood thickens as circulation fades, and your testosterone is draining away like a leaking faucet you never fixed. You may laugh it off now, but deep down you know something has changed. But stay with me, because it gets worse. When your prostate stays swollen, it presses against your bladder at night, forcing you up again and again until you're exhausted. It disrupts your sleep, weakens your nerves, and clouds your mind. Blood that should rush freely to your most vital organ becomes sluggish, starving your manhood of oxygen. Soon you notice not only weaker erections, but also the hollow feeling of disconnection from your wife, from your partner, from yourself. And if you think that's bad, listen to this. Men who ignore these signs often spiral into depression, isolation, and silent shame. For decades, society told you to stay quiet, to laugh off these problems, to believe that real men don't talk about weakness below the belt. But silence is killing more men over 60 than you realize. No one wants to say this, but you need to hear it. The taboo around male sexuality after 60 is one of the most destructive lies in medicine. You were taught to feel embarrassed, but the truth is your body is begging for help. I remember one patient, Alan, age 71, a retired teacher and widower. He sat in my office with tears in his eyes, whispering that he felt like half a man. He confessed that he hadn't had a full night's sleep in years because of constant trips to the bathroom. He felt invisible to women, ashamed around his friends, and hopeless about the years ahead. His exact words were, "I don't recognize myself anymore." And sadly, he's not the only one. So hear me clearly. If you are over 60 and noticing these changes, this is not just inconvenience, it is a red flag, a sign your body is shutting down unless you act. Stay with me, we're not done yet. Because what comes next could be the turning point that saves your health, your manhood, and your life. Now let's talk about exactly what you can do. I know the fear and the shame you might be carrying after hearing all the warnings, but here's the truth. You are not broken, and your best years are not gone. You'll learn practical steps that restore blood flow, calm your nerves, and wake up your hormones again. These are things you can start today, in your own home, without shame, without guessing. Many men over 60 believe nothing will change, but the truth is, your body still responds if you treat it the right way. I will guide you through simple, specific actions backed by science and real patient results, and I promise, every step is safe, natural, and proven to help. Don't miss what's next, because the difference between doing nothing and doing this is the difference between fading quietly or reclaiming yourself fully. Stay with me, because you're about to see how. Secret 1 is about timing, because when you do the right thing at the right time, your body finally listens. You were taught that after 60, your drive, your circulation, even your prostate would only get worse. But the truth is, your system still responds. You just need to fuel it differently now. If you ignore this, your nights stay restless, your mornings stay flat, and you keep believing you are too old. That is not age, that is neglect. Here's the simple action. Eat cooked tomatoes at least 3 times a week. Why cooked? Because the heat releases lycopene, the compound that reduces prostate inflammation and restores blood flow down there. Many men don't realize raw salad tomatoes do almost nothing for circulation. But when you cook them into a sauce or roast them gently, your body absorbs the power that protects testosterone and keeps your erections alive. I had a patient, Robert, 68, divorced and living alone. He thought medication was his only option, and he felt embarrassed to even eat alone. I told him to start with a small, comforting habit: a bowl of pasta with real tomato sauce 3 nights a week. Within 2 weeks, his night trips to the bathroom were cut in half. He told me, for the first time in years, I woke up rested, and I felt myself again in the morning. Stay with me, because the next secret doesn't just protect you, it can flip a hidden switch in your body you thought was gone forever. Secret 2 is about the fuel your blood vessels crave, because without it, your body quietly shuts down. You were told that fatigue, poor memory, and weaker erections are just age. But the truth is, they often come from one missing nutrient that sits right in your fridge. If you ignore this, your blood thickens, oxygen slows, and even your best intentions fail. That fuel is beets, but not the canned kind. Fresh, roasted beets deliver nitrates that your body turns into nitric oxide, the very gas that relaxes and opens your arteries. Many men don't realize erections are simply blood pressure in the right place. Without nitric oxide, blood never fully reaches where you need it most. Drink a glass of beet juice in the morning, or roast 2 small beets and eat them with lunch. Within days, circulation improves not only to your heart and brain, but down there, restoring the confidence you thought you lost forever. I remember Alan, 71, widowed for 5 years and convinced he was finished as a man. He tried vitamins, even expensive supplements, but nothing worked. I told him to keep it simple, half a cup of beet juice each morning. By the 2nd week, he said, "Doctor, I felt a warmth I hadn't felt in years. I looked in the mirror and I didn't see an old man. I saw myself again." Stay with me, because the next secret doesn't just open your blood vessels, it strengthens the very hormone that defines you as a man. Secret 3 is about protecting the very core of your masculinity, your prostate. You were taught that prostate problems are just inevitable with age. But the truth is, inflammation, not age, is what makes you wake up 3 times a night, feel constant pressure, and lose desire. Ignore this, and the swelling squeezes your urethra, steals your sleep, and silently erodes your confidence. The simplest weapon is cooked tomato, rich in lycopene that directly calms prostate inflammation. Raw tomato won't do it. You need the lycopene released by heat. A small bowl of tomato soup or a few spoonfuls of stewed tomato with dinner can make the difference. Within days, men notice fewer bathroom trips, deeper sleep, and a surprising return of morning strength. Science shows lycopene also protects testosterone, giving you the fuel to feel alive again. I think of Walter, 73, divorced, living alone, who told me he felt like a shadow of himself. He was embarrassed by the constant urge to urinate, so much that he avoided social gatherings. I asked him to add one simple ritual: a bowl of homemade tomato soup with olive oil 4 nights a week. 2 weeks later, he said, "Doctor, I slept through the night for the first time in years. I didn't just rest. I woke up feeling like a man again." Don't go anywhere. You need to hear the final piece that ties all of this together, because circulation, nitric oxide, and prostate health only work if you combine them the right way. Secret 4 is about fueling your blood with real oxygen carriers. Beets. You may think a vegetable can't change your manhood, but the truth is, beets unlock nitric oxide, the very molecule that allows blood to surge where you need it. Without it, your arteries stiffen, your energy drops, and your erections fade like a forgotten memory. Roasted beet slices or a glass of fresh beet juice 3 to 4 times a week can transform your circulation. The nitrates in beets convert into nitric oxide inside your blood vessels, relaxing them, pushing warm, rich blood into your pelvis, and reigniting the morning strength you thought was gone forever. Skip this, and you keep starving your body of oxygen, letting fatigue and weakness become your normal. Carl, 68, a retired mechanic, told me he was too embarrassed to talk about his fading intimacy. I asked him to add half a cup of roasted beets to his dinners. In less than 2 weeks, he looked at me with tears and said, "Doctor, my wife noticed first. She said I looked alive again." Stay with me, because the next part will tie all these foods together and show you exactly how to make them work in your daily life. Let me share the story of George, 71, a widower who came to me with deep shame. He whispered that he no longer woke with morning strength, that his nights were cold and lonely, and that he feared he had lost the last piece of his manhood. Years of silence had left him bitter, withdrawn, and convinced that age had stolen what made him feel alive. I guided George through the exact steps I've just shared with you, adding olive oil each morning, steaming spinach, using garlic at night, and roasting beets. He followed it faithfully, nervous at first, but desperate for change. By the 10th day, he noticed warmth returning. By the 2nd week, his energy rose, his sleep deepened, and his confidence returned. He smiled when he told me, "Doctor, I feel like myself again, not a ghost, not a shadow, but me." And he's just one of many men who turn things around with these simple shifts. So let's step back for a moment and see what you've just learned. You now know that your decline after 60 isn't inevitable, it's reversible. With the right foods, the right timing, and a few daily rituals, you can restore blood flow, ease the prostate, balance hormones, and wake up with real strength again. It's not too late. You can still reclaim your confidence, your sleep, and the warmth of connection you thought was gone forever. If you follow these steps consistently, your body can change in as little as 2 weeks. I've seen it happen countless times, and you deserve the same. You can do this. Stay with me, because what comes next might be even more important. They told you that losing energy, losing desire, and losing strength after 60 is just part of aging. They told you that once the morning erections stop and your prostate begins to swell, you should accept it as normal. But the truth is that many men are making critical mistakes every single day, mistakes that silently accelerate this decline, and you don't even realize you're doing it. But stay with me, because you really need to hear this. One of the biggest mistakes is pretending nothing is wrong. You brush off the night trips to the bathroom, the fatigue that lingers, the empty mornings without desire. You convince yourself it's just age. But what's really happening is that your blood vessels are stiffening, your hormones are shutting down, and your prostate is inflamed because it's not being cared for. And if you think that's bad, there's more you need to know. Another mistake is doing the same routines you did at 30, expecting your body to respond the same way. You keep eating the same heavy foods, skipping the nutrients you now desperately need, or worse, forcing your body with pills or alcohol instead of fixing the root cause. That is dangerous, because at 60, your system no longer bounces back. Instead, it collapses under the weight of these habits. Most men don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. You've also been told that men shouldn't talk about these issues. That silence is strength. That admitting weakness makes you less of a man. No one wants to say it, but you need to hear it. That silence is destroying you. Every time you hide your struggles, every time you pretend it doesn't matter, the damage grows deeper. And I'm here to tell you the truth because this is too important to keep silent about. I know you feel embarrassed. You think you're the only one. You avoid looking in the mirror, and sometimes you even avoid your wife's eyes because you fear she sees what you've lost. But you're not broken. You're not too old. You simply haven't been shown the right way forward yet, and the shame you carry is heavier than the problem itself. Stay with me. I'm going to help you change this, and that's just the beginning. Because the real danger isn't what you've lost. It's what you'll continue to lose if you don't take action now. Stay with me. We're not done yet. You need to hear what comes next. You've heard the science, you've understood the mistakes, but without a plan, knowledge is useless. You can't just collect information and hope things will change on their own. At your age, every day matters. Without action, the decline keeps moving faster. But with a clear plan, you can slow it down and even reverse it. That's why I want to give you something real today. Not theories, not complicated medical talk, but a routine you can follow starting tonight. But let's make this real. Here's the simple routine I want you to try. First, every morning take 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil before breakfast. This nourishes your blood vessels and switches on your circulation before the day even begins. Second, include at least 1 serving of cooked tomato, fresh beet, or spinach in your lunch or dinner. These foods feed your prostate, your blood flow, and your testosterone. Third, practice 10 minutes of deep breathing in the evening. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. This calms your nervous system and helps your hormones reset during sleep. Fourth, commit to self-release or gentle stimulation at least twice per week. This prevents congestion in your prostate and keeps your body producing testosterone instead of shutting down. And finally, drink warm water slowly throughout the day instead of gulping cold water all at once. This keeps your circulation steady and your body hydrated in the right rhythm. It doesn't have to be complicated. Why do these steps work? Olive oil feeds your endothelium, the inner lining of your arteries, and that's what allows blood to reach your lower body again. Cooked tomato gives you lycopene, a compound proven to shrink inflammation in the prostate. Beets and spinach raise nitric oxide, a natural gas your body needs for strong erections and deep sleep. Slow breathing lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that silently kills testosterone at night. And prostate release is not dirty. It's medicine for men over 60 because it clears the gland and signals your body that you are still alive, still active, still a man. Small things add up. I know this might feel new, maybe even uncomfortable at first. You might think you're too old to change, but you're not. You're not broken, and you're not out of time. Even small steps are better than doing nothing, and every man who starts sees results faster than he imagined. You can do this, and I'll be here to guide you. Stick with me. I want you to try this. And remember, this is only the beginning. Once you follow this routine, you'll notice energy, better sleep, and stronger connection within days. But there's even more you need to know. Stay with me. I'm not done helping you yet. You'll want to hear the next part. You've just learned the real truths most men over 60 never hear. The foods that quietly heal your prostate, the routines that bring back blood flow, the breathing and release that restore testosterone, and even your sleep. These are not tricks, not myths, but real medicine for your body and your dignity. This is not just talk, it's real medicine. If you ignore these truths, nothing changes. The nights stay restless, the mornings stay empty, and your body keeps shutting down piece by piece. Most men wait too long, thinking it's just age, but it's not just age, it's choices. And I don't want that for you. I know this topic feels heavy. It's not easy to admit what you've lost or to speak about things most men hide, but you don't need to feel ashamed anymore. You're not broken. You can change. You can take back energy, confidence, and the quiet fire that still lives inside you. I've seen men older than you turn everything around in weeks. That means you can too. Now, I want something from you. Don't just watch in silence, take part. If you agree that men deserve to hear the truth, type 1 in the comments. If you're unsure, type 0 and let's talk about it. Don't stay silent, join the conversation, and make sure you hit subscribe right now because the next video is going to open even more doors for you. Turn on the bell so you don't miss it. If you've stayed with me all the way here, I want to thank you. It means you care enough about yourself to face this, even when it's uncomfortable. That alone already sets you apart. Stay with me. More truths are coming your way, and I promise you they will matter.